And he would have had to do this on the 9th, the day before nation. And what would have happened thereafter is Erika simply didn't realize.
We need... What? We're checking the line? Oh, okay. Check the line.
This bombshell just flipped everything upside down, and it's about to wreck whatever was left of Erika Kirk's reputation. Candace Owens stepped out and dropped receipts claiming Erika is secretly engaged to her ex-boyfriend. Not rumored, not guessed. Engaged. And the timing? That's what's got people talking loud. But here's where it gets wild. That engagement ring reportedly wasn't paid for with Erika's own cash. Candace says the money came straight from Turning Point USA funds, donor money. The same donations supporters gave to back conservative activism, the same money people gave believing it would protect Charlie's legacy and keep his mission alive. Now critics are asking how that cash allegedly turned into a ring for a private romance. This isn't being framed as simple gossip. Some are calling it financial misconduct. Some are even throwing around words like fraud. The accusation is heavy. A widow allegedly using her late husband's organization to fund a new relationship. And the man in the middle of this? Tyler J.T. Massey. Not a stranger, not a mystery guy. The same ex-boyfriend she was seen with years ago, caught on camera joking around, flirting, acting very different from the modest public image she promoted. So this situation, it's way deeper than just an engagement announcement. It's about trust, donor money, public image, and whether supporters were misled about where their contributions were really going.
Okay, y'all, let's not forget that 8 days before CK's, he sent out a memo asking for a Doge-style audit.
What Candace claims to have uncovered points to something way bigger than a random mistake. It suggests a long pattern that critics are calling calculated and strategic. According to her, this isn't just about a relationship. She's arguing it shows years of alleged deception, with moves that look planned step by step. These are serious claims, and they're shaking people who once believed the public story without question. One of the boldest accusations floating around is that Erika allegedly positioned herself inside conservative circles for access and influence.
To be a believer in the city.
Yeah.
I think you're a bright light in a very dark place.
So let's go grab a mojito?
Yeah.
We'll go grab a drink.
Oh, fine.
Some voices are even suggesting she married Charlie for power, and when things shifted, so did her loyalty. That's not proven fact, it's what critics are alleging, but the way it's being framed has people stunned. Supporters who once defended her are now asking hard questions they never thought they would. To understand why this matters, people keep pointing back to J.T. Massey. He wasn't some random fling or short-term romance. They were together for years. Photos exist. They showed up publicly. They looked serious. From the outside, it seemed like they were building a future together. Then suddenly, that relationship appeared to end without much explanation. And that's where the speculation starts heating up.
Do you notice difference between this photo of Charlie Kirk at his desk and this photo of Erika Kirk at Charlie's desk? Wedding photo removed. I don't know, do you guys think that's odd?
Some are now wondering, did it actually end at all? Or did it just move behind closed doors? These are allegations, not confirmed facts, but critics are asking whether the relationship went underground while Erika stepped into a new life publicly. They're connecting timelines, looking at dates, and questioning motives. The theory being pushed is that marrying Charlie may have opened doors to influence and funding while a different relationship continued privately. That's the narrative gaining traction right now, and it's causing major waves. Then 2018 hits, and people say Erika suddenly flips the script. The party girl image from reality TV auditions? Gone. The bold jokes? Gone. Now she's presenting herself as a modest Christian conservative, stepping into political spaces, attending events, and moving in circles where influence matters. By 2019, she and Charlie Kirk are married. The transformation looked fast, almost too smooth, and at the time, most people didn't question it. But critics now claim there was more happening behind the scenes. According to sources Candace says she developed, J.T. Massey never truly disappeared from Erika's life. The allegation is that they stayed in contact during her marriage, private meetings, messages through encrypted apps, quiet communication while Erika publicly played the role of a devoted wife. These are claims being made, not proven facts, but they're fueling intense debate. Charlie, supporters say, believed the story he was told. He believed Erika had fully changed her life. He believed she had no serious past relationships weighing on their marriage. He believed he found a traditional partner who was fully committed to him and the mission they shared. Meanwhile, critics argue she may have been juggling two worlds, one public and polished, the other private and hidden. And then that old audition tape resurfaces. The Amazing Race video suddenly gets viewed in a whole new light. People rewatch it and say the chemistry between Erika and JT doesn't look casual at all. They're laughing, comfortable, close, making inside jokes that hint at a deeper connection. The body language, the way they look at each other, the energy. It has viewers questioning whether that bond ever truly faded. Now the timeline, the reinvention, and the resurfaced footage are all being lined up side by side. Supporters and critics are clashing hard over what it really means, and the narrative around Erika's past is being re-examined in a way it never was before. In that old footage, she doesn't look anything like the polished version people later saw as Mrs. Charlie Kirk. She's animated, playful, even flirtatious. Critics say the shift between those two images is drastic. They argue the woman laughing freely on camera feels worlds away from the carefully composed, conservative wife she later presented herself to be. And when JT is around, people claim that side of her shows up fast.
Actually, when we add in how she concludes that portion by telling us that Charlie took off his wedding ring during that same night, which is why he, of course, then had to put it back on.
Now Candace is alleging something even bigger. She says Erika and JT are secretly engaged, and that this claim isn't random gossip. According to Candace, there are sources inside Turning Point who say they've seen the couple together. She claims there are people who know about the ring, people who allegedly saw documentation tied to its purchase. These are serious accusations, and they're being discussed loudly. The most explosive detail? The allegation that the ring was purchased using Turning Point USA funds. That's the part that has critics stunned. Donations that supporters believed were going toward political activism are now being questioned. If true, it would mean nonprofit funds were used for a personal expense. That's not just controversial. That could carry legal consequences. Financial misuse of nonprofit money is a major issue under the law. And suddenly, past events are being re-examined. Before his passing, Charlie reportedly ordered a financial audit of the organization. At the time, some people brushed it off. The group appeared successful. Donations were steady. So why push for a closer look? Now critics are asking if he noticed inconsistencies. Were there expenses that didn't line up? Transactions that raised concern? These questions are circulating heavily right now. There's no confirmed proof tying that audit to the current allegations, but people are connecting dots and speculating about what might have been unfolding behind closed doors. The narrative is shifting quickly, and every new claim is adding another layer to an already intense situation. Now this is where the narrative takes a sharp turn. Some critics are claiming Charlie was starting to question things in the months before his death. They say he became more focused on finances, asking about expenses, requesting documentation, and pushing hard for a full audit. According to these accounts, tensions reportedly grew behind the scenes as he wanted more transparency within the organization. There are also allegations that Erika resisted some of those financial reviews. Critics claim she challenged certain requests and was protective over specific transactions. These claims have not been proven in court, but they are being repeated by people close to the situation. And now, those same voices are suggesting that if a full audit had been completed, it might have revealed uncomfortable details about how money was being handled. Some online commentators have even gone as far as implying that Charlie was getting too close to the truth. That language is dramatic, and there is no verified evidence supporting claims of foul play in his death. It's important to separate speculation from confirmed facts. Still, the timing of the audit and the rising financial questions are fueling intense debate across social media. Beyond the money issue, critics are also questioning whether the marriage itself was as solid as it appeared publicly. They argue that there were signs of distance, inconsistencies, and behavior that didn't match the image of a deeply committed partnership. These are interpretations, not proven conclusions, but they're adding more pressure to an already explosive situation. Right now, what's clear is that financial concerns, relationship rumors, and resurfaced footage are all colliding at once. The accusations are serious, the emotions are high, and people on both sides are digging in hard as more claims continue to surface.
So, Charlie Kirk wrote Erika Kirk out of his will because he found out she was having an affair?
Another detail critics keep bringing up is the missing wedding photo, and they're saying it's a bigger deal than people realize. For years, Charlie had a framed wedding picture sitting right there on the bookshelf behind him during his show. It was always visible. It symbolized his marriage, his commitment, the life he publicly stood for. Viewers saw it constantly. It became part of the background people associated with him. But after Charlie passed and Erika stepped into hosting, that photo reportedly disappeared. Not shifted to another shelf. Not swapped with a different family picture. Just gone. Completely removed. That small change sparked a lot of online chatter. Some are asking why a grieving spouse would take down such a visible reminder. Others argue there could be simple explanations that the public just doesn't know about. Then there's another claim that's circulating.
Sills. That's me. That's against me. It's not within the confines of marriage.
Candace alleged that Charlie had taken off his wedding ring the night before his death, and that the couple had been in pastoral counseling. That's a serious statement, and it hasn't been independently verified. Counseling, of course, can mean many things in a marriage. It doesn't automatically signal collapse. But combined with the other rumors, critics are stacking these details together and calling it a pattern. Right now, people are dissecting every visual change, every reported conversation, every timeline detail. Some see coincidence, others see signs of deeper issues. The debate is intense, and every small piece of information is being examined under a microscope. Some commentators are saying that if a couple is in counseling and a wedding ring comes off, that usually signals serious strain in the marriage. That's their interpretation. They argue it suggests problems behind closed doors, not the picture-perfect relationship that was presented publicly. But counseling can also mean a couple is trying to fix things, so that detail alone doesn't prove collapse. Still, critics are asking why Erika hasn't directly addressed these reports and cleared the air in a detailed way. The public image pushed the idea of a strong, happy marriage. Supporters were told they were united, devoted, solid. Yet online voices claim there were signs of tension. Some are even speculating that Charlie may have been considering separation. That is speculation, not confirmed fact, but it's spreading fast and raising tough questions about what was really happening in those final months. Then there's the will controversy, which exploded across social media. Posts began circulating claiming Charlie had supposedly removed Erika from his will before his death. The rumor suggested he may have uncovered something troubling, possibly financial issues or a relationship concern, and was taking steps to protect his assets and his children. These claims have not been verified. Turning Point representatives have publicly denied that narrative. They've stated that his will left everything to Erika, but critics argue the organization is now influenced by leadership aligned with her, so they question the neutrality of that denial. Others push back and say there's no evidence of wrongdoing at all. At this point, without official documents made public, much of this remains allegation and online debate. Some are demanding transparency and independent verification. Others say the speculation has gone too far. What's clear is that the conversation has shifted from private grief to public scrutiny, and every claim is being examined intensely. Some online voices are pushing a very extreme theory about timing. They argue that if Charlie had been planning major legal changes, like adjusting his will or filing for divorce, then that would have created urgency. That's the narrative being circulated in certain corners of social media, but it's important to be clear. There is no verified evidence supporting claims that anyone caused his death.
I feel as if every piece of my life prepared me to date him and eventually obviously marry him.
Those are serious accusations, and right now they remain speculation, not proven fact. What is being widely debated, though, is Erika's public behavior after Charlie's passing. Critics say she appears composed, active, and focused on work. She's been doing interviews, traveling, speaking publicly, and stepping further into leadership. Some people online interpret that as unusual for someone grieving. Others point out that grief looks different for everyone, and public appearances don't tell the full emotional story. There are also comments from individuals who claim they knew her before, saying she seems more confident and energized now. That observation has fueled more theories, with critics suggesting she looks freer or less restrained than before. Again, that's perception, not proof of anything deeper. Then the engagement rumor with JT Massey gets pulled back into the conversation. Critics combine that allegation with her current public presence and build a larger storyline around it. They suggest there was always a bigger plan at play. That claim is dramatic and unproven, but it's spreading fast in online discussions. Now attention is shifting back to the very beginning of Erika and Charlie's relationship. People are re-examining how they met and how quickly things moved. According to Charlie's own public statements, he felt strongly about her early on. Supporters saw it as certainty and conviction. Critics now question whether the pace made sense. The relationship timeline is being dissected piece by piece, and every early detail is being revisited under intense scrutiny. According to Charlie's public retelling, their first date was intense right from the start. Long talks about theology, politics, values, the future. He said everything clicked almost immediately. Within months, they were engaged. By 2020, they were married. That's a fast timeline, especially for someone running a growing national organization, constantly traveling, constantly under pressure. Critics now look back and ask, why move so quickly? Why not slow it down and really test the foundation? Some say whirlwind romances happen all the time. Others argue that when influence, visibility, and money are involved, fast decisions deserve closer examination. That question, why the rush, keeps popping up in online debates. Then people point to Erika's background. She was Miss Arizona. She had media experience. She understood presentation, branding, and public image. Supporters say that simply made her polished and capable. Critics claim it gave her the tools to shape exactly how she wanted to be perceived. They argue she knew how to step into conservative spaces and fit the expectations perfectly. The harshest voices go further, saying the modest, supportive Christian wife image was carefully constructed. They compare that persona to the version of her seen in earlier footage with JT Massey and claim the contrast is dramatic.
And without hesitation and zero hesitation, he goes, I have enough friends in my life. So either we're going to date or we're not.
That interpretation is subjective, but it's fueling strong reactions on both sides. Charlie's background also gets pulled into the conversation. His family had business connections. He had built Turning Point into a powerful organization with major donors and national reach. To supporters, that made him a leader with impact. To critics spinning darker theories, it made him influential and well-connected. Now, every detail, from how they met to how quickly they married, is being re-examined with a skeptical lens, and the debate isn't slowing down anytime soon. Some of the most extreme theories online go even further. They claim marrying Charlie meant access to influence, connections, and serious money. A few self-described investigators have pushed the idea that this was a long-term setup involving both Erika and JT. According to that theory, Charlie was deliberately targeted, his preferences studied, and a persona carefully shaped to match what he was believed to value. That narrative paints a dramatic picture, gaining trust, stepping into his world, marrying quickly and positioning for control. It's a powerful storyline, but it's still a theory, not proven fact. There is no verified evidence confirming a coordinated plan like that. Still, the people who believe it argue that it explains everything they see as suspicious. The fast engagement, the shift in public image, the alleged secrecy around past relationships, and the financial controversies now being debated. The engagement ring allegation gets folded into that same storyline. Critics claim that if nonprofit funds were misused, it would symbolize something bigger. That accusation has not been legally proven, and financial misconduct claims require hard documentation, not just online posts. But the rumor cycle is intense, and every new claim feeds the larger narrative being built on social media. Then there's Candace Owens, who has publicly said she is investigating and gathering information. She's positioning herself as someone seeking answers. Whether her findings hold up under independent scrutiny remains to be seen. Right now, what exists is a mix of allegations, counterstatements, denials, and viral theories. The situation has spiraled into talk of secret relationships, financial misconduct, and even criminal conspiracy claims. Those are serious accusations that require serious evidence. Until verified facts are presented, much of this remains speculation amplified by a very loud online crowd. But one thing is clear, the controversy isn't fading anytime soon, and the pressure for transparency keeps growing. Some commentators are now saying that if solid evidence is ever formally presented, if documents are released, if authorities step in, this story could take a dramatic turn. That's the expectation being pushed in certain circles. But as of now, there has been no public confirmation of criminal charges, No official findings of murder, conspiracy, or fraud. Those are extremely serious allegations that would require clear proof in a court of law. Still, the rhetoric online has escalated fast. You'll see posts claiming prison time, life sentences, massive conspiracies. That language is intense, but it's based on speculation, not verified court outcomes. Accusing someone of murder for hire or organized fraud without confirmed evidence crosses into very serious territory. If law enforcement were ever to investigate, the facts would have to speak for themselves. Supporters of Erika argue that she is being targeted by rumor and online amplification. Critics argue that tough questions deserve answers. Both sides are digging in hard. What's clear is that emotions are high, and the narrative has grown far beyond financial concerns into sweeping claims about betrayal and criminal conduct. If any credible evidence surfaces, it would need to be examined, independently and carefully. Until then, statements about arrests, prison sentences, or coordinated crimes remain unproven allegations circulating on social media. The situation is charged, political, and deeply personal for many involved. At this point, the biggest question isn't about viral posts or dramatic predictions. It's about verifiable facts. Are there official documents? Are there confirmed investigations? Are there legal filings? Those are the things that ultimately matter. Online speculation can move fast, but real accountability, if warranted, comes through due process, not hashtags.